Hey guys, Irit here, and today I have another simple exercise. This is something quite common and popular, I would say, thing to do. Oh no, as I was filming this, I noticed that there were ink splatters on my wall from changing the cartridge in my pen that you see right there on the screen, my platinum pen, and I noticed it splattered, but only the next day in the morning when I was doing this, I actually saw on my wall this nice spray of black ink. So this was another example of I didn't have a lot of time, and I didn't have the inclination to start thinking about, I don't know, a subject I want to paint or something like that. So I decided to create a color wheel with my custom palette there that I made, that I talk about in my travel kit video. I say which colors are in this, and also in the video where I paint my pans. Another one in this, let's say low mojo painting session. So I just, I set up this palette a couple of weeks ago, and I've been using it since, and I'm kind of starting to notice the weaknesses of it and the strengths, which colors I love and which ones are a little bit, redundant. And yeah, so I decided to kind of create a color wheel and try and see if there are any really clear, let's say, holes in my color wheel that might help me decide which colors, if I were to remove a few of the colors that I have here, which ones I should replace them with. And I'm also exploring the idea of making a couple of pans of pre-mixed mixtures, meaning from paints in my palette. So I'm just playing around with the idea, for example, to have a couple of grays that I pre-mix myself from the colors in my palette. And I have been painting now regularly and very intensively in the last couple of years. So I kind of have the idea of what my colors look like when I mix them, but it's always a nice just nice thing to paint and see if there's anything I forgot. So I'm making kind of two color wheels. One is a lot softer with I mean to say, after I made the color wheel from my palette, I'm just making a color wheel with three somewhat, let's call them primaries for the sake of just simplifying this, and seeing what I get. So the first one, as you can see, is very intense. I used for that one my Sennelier Indian Yellow, which I love. I am super happy about having one very warm orangey yellow. I'd either go for an Indian Yellow or for something like Nougat from Daniel Smith, which I also love. The Sennelier yellows, I find them to be beautiful, so I just picked this one and the Indian Yellow. And then my hot pink there in the this color wheel that I made in the center of my book on the left page. My pink is the bright purple from Schmincke, which I love. And then my blue, more like cyan, is the Schmincke Helio Turquoise, which I also love. So these three, actually, I am not... I'm super happy with them, and I also really love the mixtures, the oranges and almost reds that I can make with these, with the pink and yellow. I love them, and also the purples are beautiful. And the greens are also nice. I don't usually use a lot of green, but I like all the greens that I can get here. So this Triad really works for me, and if I want to use a limited palette on a painting, these three colors would serve me really well. And I can also make a gray if I mix all of them together. Now the softer Triad that I have going there is also really interesting, completely different look, and I love all the mixes. And that one is made from Schmincke Naples Yellow, which is this buttery, light, creamy yellow that I absolutely love. I think I added to that the Sennelier Quin Red, which is very similar to Daniel Smith Quinacridone Coral, which I also love. I think the Sennelier one is a touch more pink. I have to look at it. And oh, just taking a small break from that softer Triad, this little cheat sheet I got off the internet, and it shows you which pigments kind of neutralize each other if you want to create grays, or just, you know, create semi-neutrals and neutralize your paint a little bit. And I don't remember which pigments are in my palette, so it wasn't super useful to me, but yeah, it could be helpful to some people. So back to that soft Triad that I used there on the left side. So I have a soft, really buttery yellow. I have a kind of a softer pink, you know, not the wow pink in your face like the Schmincke Brilliant Purple. And then I used the Cobalt, Teal, or Turquoise. I can't remember what Schmincke calls their paint. I have to look it up. It's the PG50, which I absolutely love. And the three of these colors make such beautiful muted mixtures. I absolutely love it, and I definitely want to also use them together. They're just beautiful. And then I was just playing around trying to find colors in my palette that neutralize each other. And the reason is that I am thinking about having a few pre-mixed you know, grays and neutrals from colors in my palette. That just makes them more harmonious when you use them on your painting, and it saves you time because you don't have to mix every time you paint. You don't have to mix a gray if you pre-mix them, meaning you just squeeze a little bit of paint in a pan and mix it with a toothpick or something like that. That's what I mean by pre-mixing, and then use that half pan. So I'm trying to find colors in my palette that neutralize each other, and those should be opposite each other on the color wheel. And it's not that easy. You know, it takes a little bit time, and yeah, to discover which ones work with which ones. And yeah, it's just fun to play. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you play also with your paints and see what you can come up with. Thanks for watching. Bye.